All right, we're going to be doing episode 27, otherwise episode 3 of season 2. Okay, so there's a new bad guy. He's better than Balthazar? Question mark. But also, way more, mustache twirling. Seriously, man, what are those shows called where they have the villain, the Dudley Do-Right kind of thing, and you're just like, man, this villain could not be more cheesy and campy if he really tried to. He even talks with, a really weird German accent thing. Anyway, we're going to glaze over those things. Visually, there is absolutely nothing really interesting in this episode, so there's nothing to really screw up. There's some weird, basketball, baseball throwing stuff, but, it's acceptable. Maybe a little weird, but not, enough to drop points. I'd say, I had to say I don't want to say, anything really high. It's a watchable 3 out of 5. Just passing it along. Story and editing is fine. Yeah, it's fine. We'll call it fine. 3 out of 5. Like I said, you lost. That's right. I read a restart. I already said it's a 3 out of 5, the whole episode. Some of it is definitely better, but man, the missing story elements are really painful on this show, and it gets to the point where you're just like, wait, what? So the villain was a time traveler villain, and they all went on a time traveling trip or something. Very confusing. I'm not exactly sure how that works, and I'm not sure how that happened in between going from we're out and able to detect radio signals, the signals, by the way, of the moon landing, and there are literally people talking about how we landed on the moon. So, it's not been that long, one would think. But then again, I also know one of these characters is a lot older than one would originally assume. So I'm guessing, they went off on a time-traveling adventure or something. I do not know. I really don't know. Anyway, the whole thing is just messed up, and the way they introduce this villain character is awkward and painful, and from this regard, it brings the whole thing down, because this isn't an episode issue, guys. This is a whole thing, okay? As far as I can tell, they knew they had a half a season to put this stuff together. Okay, so they're like, okay, we're going to tell the end of the story, right? Makes sense. And the end of the story is they go to Earth. Obviously, this is a picture of them on Earth. That's not the weird part. The weird part is that it's a big showdown between the Cylons and these guys on Earth. And then they introduce this weird mustache-twirling villain. I'll get you next time you... And you're like, wait, what? Because why introduce the character at all? Man, they should be building up for this, big showdown between us and the Cylons. And they're not. And it's just like, well, what's the point? And that's the whole point of this. It's like, man, okay, the last three episodes are the big showdown. Okay? So that means we got, 4 episodes between then and now? And we're going to have this big, epic, long adventure with mustache twirl? Or, I don't know. I would think that they would have sufficient material, especially if they were originally planning this show to be 4 seasons. I'm guessing. It's 4 seasons? Question mark. If they were originally planning the show to be 4 seasons, and now we've cut out 4 seasons, I would have edited this very differently. Because who cares about Mustache Twirler, the villain from season 3, showing up? Oh no, he's suddenly revealed. Oh no, he's back. Wait, who? Because we didn't see him. Oh, wait, yeah, that makes sense. Why are they doing this? And this is like that whole, I'm long. I watched it, and I came away with this feeling that Mustache Twirl is indeed like from, I don't know, like a book, and they were trying to get to the book in style and story and presentation, and so they added him in, but the end result is just awkward, like really awkward, you know. Totally unnecessary. Like, all of the content in this episode is just pointless. Like, they have this big showdown coming up, and they're like, okay, there's a big showdown coming up. You would think that they would spend the 7 episodes that they have wait, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Whew. You'd think they'd spend those episodes actually making sure the audience understood that there was some big showdown coming. But they don't. All the characters seem to know. They're all like, oh, yes, we already know. You know, in the first season, they spent tons of time over-explaining. I think they call it mansplaining. Over-explaining. And you're just like, okay, please stop explaining everything. I don't need you to explain everything. And now in this one, they're all like, we are going to stick exactly to the script, and we are going to not explain anything because we all already know what is going on, and we are all preparing for it, and we just skipped that part, and you do not get to know. And wait, what? Yeah. Anyway, it's enough of a rant there. I probably went way too long. So, y'all have a good one.